Hey guys, my name is James Song and I'm here to talk to you about Mortar. Mortar is a collection of project templates to help you get started writing web apps quickly. You can start by going to the Developer Hub at marketplace.firefox.com/developers. Click on Build Your App and go down to App Templates. You'll see some information about the templates available and some installation instructions. There's also a link to the Mortar repo, which is a project that lists all of the available templates as subprojects. There's an app-stub template, game-stub, list-detail, and a tab-view template. You can see installation instructions for the templates back over on the Developer Hub, and some more information about it. I'm just going to take you through right here. The app-stub template is a minimal template that comes with a few things hooked up for you. This is what it looks like when you download it. It just comes with an installation button. You can see in the index.html that there's not much there, but it's enough to help you out. Just some basic HTML, the installation button, and require.js, which is hooked up for you already. If you don't know what require.js is, just go to require.js.org. It's a JavaScript module system. It also comes with a manifest.web app already written out for you, and you can just come in here and configure it. You may have noticed that we've been going into a www folder. If you go back to the root of the project, you'll see some folders and files. Node modules and tools just basically contain things for Volo. www is where all of your static assets live, and there's just a few other files for extra stuff. Most of the time you'll be working in here. Another thing is it comes with Volo, which is what I'm going to show you right now. Volo is a tool for managing web projects. It's built on Node.js, so if you don't have Node, you're going to have to install it. But it's pretty easy. Just go to nodejs.org, click on install, and get the binary. Once you have Node installed, just type npm install-g Volo. This will install Volo globally. Volo has a few commands you can use. Volo create is one of them, which takes the name of your app and then a GitHub reference or any other URL to a template, such as Mozilla mortar-app-stub. And this will create your app based on the template. This is a quick way to create apps based on the Mortar templates. So now there's an app folder that we can cd into. Another Volo command that you can use is Volo serve, and it fires up a development server so that you can view your site in the browser. Another command is Volo add, which adds JavaScript dependencies to your site. So I can say Volo add Zepto, and it adds it. So if I go into the lib directory in JS, you can see that it has Zepto now. Now I can go into my JavaScript app.js file and require Zepto. It's already actually doing that, but let's just make sure that it's getting it. And there it is. Now you'll notice we're using Zepto with this require function because we're using require.js. Since we're using require.js, all libraries have to be defined as a module. You do this with this define function. But what happens if you want to use a third-party library that doesn't do this? Volo add actually automatically can wrap libraries. So say we want to include this float library. You can pass a direct URL into Volo add. It sees that it's not a module, and it asks you for any dependencies. And it also asks you what global to export. It actually modifies a jQuery object, so it doesn't export anything. I'm going to just ignore that. Now I could use the jQuery float library like so. Just require it. Note how I don't care about the return value because it just attaches itself to the jQuery object. There's two more awesome Volo commands that you have to try. Volo build builds your site into an optimized version. It basically concatenates and minifies all of your CSS and JavaScript. It puts it into a www-built directory. After you've done that, you can say Volo gh deploy. It asks you where to put it at first if you've never done this before. And that repo doesn't actually exist yet. So I'm going to say no, and it's actually going to create it for me and deploy it onto GitHub pages for me. And just like that, I can go to my app, and it's live. Notice how it's hosted on the GitHub pages URL. So in about 10 seconds, I was able to deploy my app. This works whether or not the repo already exists. It just pushes it to the GH Pages branch. And that's it for Volo. There's also the game-stub template, which if you take a look at that, you can see comes with a basic game. This lets you control the box with the arrow keys. It's still very simplistic, but if you look at the code, it comes with a full game loop and an input library, which helps a lot. So there's a render function and a main function, which is the main game loop. So this is helpful to get started writing a basic game. The last two templates are the list-detail and the tab-view template. These come with everything that the app-stub template does, but also a full UI library to help you get writing apps quickly. So this is the list-detail template. This is what you get when you first download the template. It's a fully working list-detail app. You can see a list of items and click on them to see the details, and you can edit their details and it propagates throughout the app, even back here in the list view. You can also add new items. And that all works. You can view more details about the UI library at the Mortar Layouts project, which is linked to in the README. This implements that application user interface and describes how you can use it and how you can modify it. I'll show you how the list detail template uses it. This is the index.html. There's two special tags, xView and xListView. The list view implements the list view, and the view is a basic structure which implements an element with a header and a footer. And you can compose these views so that you can put them inside of each other. There's a few special attributes, such as the data view attribute on a button. This makes this view appear when the button is pressed. This is just a CSS selector. You can view more details about this at the Mortar Layouts repository, which is linked to in the README. The other template is the tab-view template, which is very similar to the list detail template, just with a little bit different HTML. This comes with a list view just like the other app. But you'll notice that it's actually a sub-view of this main view, which has different sections, which kind of simulate tabs. So if I go into here and view this item and go over to these other sections, you'll notice that it actually keeps my place, and I can keep pressing back to go back here. This is all part of the Mortar Layouts library. So that's about it. If you have any problems, feel free to file some issues on GitHub. Thanks for watching.